Maybe I should open my window. I also need to put on eyebrows too, but I want to make. Hello for anyone watching the replay. I probably won't make this one members only for the replay. Hello, hi. Yes, we are back home and safe. Our travel day wasn't too bad, but I wanted to give y'all an update on um, the lawsuit. So on Tuesday, we flew out to Vegas and then went, straight to the hotel and all that. And by the time we landed, I had received so many email notifications from Pacer saying, insane, saying that Jeremy Wilson had filed like 6 or 7, I think it was, like 6 or 7 motions, and it's just so annoying 'cause, like, it's I don't even have to say because, it's just so annoying and it's so frivolous, and obviously he filled out the paperwork to where he doesn't have to pay to do anything. So, he doesn't have a job as far as I know, so it's like, okay, so he's not, hello, hello, good morning. So it's not like he is, wasting his money or time, just everyone else's, and so I texted my lawyer, I was like, "So what do you think about this?" And, um, it just sucks. And he was like, "Oh, he also tried to, oh, well, let me back up. So that's another thing is one of the things that he filed was trying to get my lawyer to be dismissed from or removed from the case because my lawyer is representing me and my co-defendant, which it's like that's quite common for that to happen, especially when the claims and, I don't want to say accusations, but the claims and like counts are so similar. Like there's only like I think 1 or 2 things that um maybe it's just 1 that Dinesh has, like, separately than me, but almost everything else is the same, and then it's just different, like, examples or allegations of, what he's citing, so that's really interesting. Hopefully, we will have and by interesting, I mean obnoxious. Hopefully, we will have an update from the judge, um, this week. Probably not, though. Um, yeah, Jeremy's guilty as sin, he needs to have a seat and just accept his fate. Ben, stoked for your CrimeCon feedback. It was amazing. I loved having my own booth. We'll get into that in a minute though, because obviously this is a live, so I wanna try to stay on track a little bit. Um, but to be completely transparent with y'all. Oh, good afternoon from South Africa. Hello. My husband will be in South Africa later this year. Um, so unfortunately, we have eaten through like I wanna say 75% of the retainer that we paid for the lawyer already, and that's because of Jeremy filing so many things already, and so obviously when certain things are filed, not everything you have to respond to, but a lot of it you do, and so every time, that's happening and every time he files something against me, some motion, like, that is costing me money because the paralegals and the team, like, go by billable hours, which obviously those billable hours are like billed to like the legal trust or whatever. And then from there, um, it's so frustrating. It's so obnoxious. Um, it's insane. I was talking to I was talking to the girls from or ladies from One Crime at a Time. I love them so much. They are amazing. They're on TikTok. They're some of the only TikTok true crime people that I truly do believe are like ethical and amazing. I really appreciate them a lot. They're awesome. But I was talking to them and it was me and them and, Schlepp, and they were talking about they were like, "Oh, you 2 need, uh" they were like, Do you 2 not have, like" they were talking about some type of insurance where and I know some people are like, "Oh, Katie Joy talks about that," but it's like some type of insurance for your business that, like, it covers defamation suits or whatever, and Schlepp was joking with me, he's like, "Oh my god." He was like, "Is that kinda like health insurance where it's pre-existing?" He's like, "'Cause you" he's like, "Because our" he's like, "Our premium would be out just insane because these pre-existing cases." I was like, "Yeah, you guys, I don't think, Schleppy boy and I can, do that." It was a lot. It was insane. It was also really funny because we were talking to I had a meeting with the Daily Mail, and I was talking to them, and Kelly, my researcher, was obviously there with me too. Having a team there was so impactful. It was made such a difference. It was awesome. But so her and I were having a meeting with the producer and host of the crime desk for Daily Mail, and so we were talking to them about you know certain stuff, and then Kelly had brought up the lawsuit, and the the host and the producer were like, "Oh yeah, we wanted to ask you about it. We heard all about it," and I was like, "Great, awesome." Um, and I thought about it later. I was like, "Well, obviously, like if they had a meeting with me, they obviously like looked into my content. That's what you do before you have a meeting with someone. It's like they've obviously seen that because I pinned it." Um, anyway, so yes, so Jake, exactly. Oh my gosh, I have not seen you in forever. Where have you been? Oh my gosh, wow. Feel like I haven't seen your comments in like a year. That's crazy. Hi, how are you? So Jake said his intent is to drain you financially. He knows he can't win a judgment, so he files all kinds of motions free of charge uh, to him so that it will drain you. So that's something that me and my lawyer talked about as well. Damn, nearly 60 months. Holy crap. That's wild. Thank you for being a member. Um, I've been around. So, yeah, I agree as well, and obviously I'm not a lawyer, so I don't know, but, I was talking to my lawyer and I mentioned that, and he was like, "Yeah." He's like, "That's, kind of what my opinion is as well, that, that's kind of the tactic that it seems like he's going after." But we could be wrong, but still, it's just very frustrating, and I was like, "It sucks that we can't like, we can go after him for legal fees too, but again, he doesn't have any money." And I didn't know this up, until fairly recently, like until this year really, is that actually no, it was when I was covering Nicole Arbor, that when you like sue someone for your legal fees, go after them for that, like during your case, it's not the courts that goes after them for that amount. It's you and your lawyer. So then it's not only costing you more money and time, because it's you and your lawyer and the legal team that has to continue to go after the person to try to retain those fees. And if you think about it, like I've already paid like my lawyer, right? So I've already put that money up front, and then we would try to be recouping those losses so that then I would get that money back. And we know that that's most likely not going to happen because he even says that he can't, afford to pay legal fees or, court fees. So, like, how is he gonna pay, this? But then again, something I found interesting that was, like, on the form to the, what's it called? Like, Forma Pauperis or something like that? I feel like I'm pronouncing it wrong, but that's the form to, show that, like, you don't have any money. Literally, all you had to do is just, like, write in, like, his monthly expenses and stuff, like, I feel like he didn't have to, like, show proof. I could be wrong, and maybe they just, like, didn't show that information, but it was very weird. Um, Also another weird aspect of this is that when we got home from CrimeCon, and Tony was like, we just got a letter." He's like, "It looks like you just got a letter in the mail, like, from an inmate." I was like, "What the fuck?" Because on the front it said, like, Department of Corrections, like, Illinois or something like that, and that was strange, and so I opened it and they had, like, Dinesh's name on it too, and I was like, "Okay, so clearly this has to do with the website or the, not website, the lawsuit." And it was a random inmate who I've never talked to, never heard of. So fucking weird. mailing me, like, his, like, tax paperwork, proof of income, which it's not proof, obviously, but and it so fucking strange. In, like, the, like, total income, like, part or field or whatever, it said, like, 999 centillion dollars and counting, and then, like, it kept saying that. It was so weird. Yeah, girl, it's to my actual address. It was so fucking strange, which sucks because, like, yeah, my actual address is on the lawsuit paperwork. So I was like, "Okay," like, talking to my lawyer, I was like, "Can we please have that redacted? Like, what the fuck?" Like, this person has charges for attempted murder, um, assault, aggravated assault, like, multiple charges, robbery, like, with a deadly weapon or armed robbery or whatever, and kidnapping and, like, a bunch of other stuff. And I was like, "Okay, so let's, like do something about this, please." So that was strange. I was like, "What the hell?" So Tony was like, "Yeah, you need to call, um, the, like, clerk's office or something, like, at that corrections, facility, prison, whatever, so that you can" he's like, "So we can tell them, like, put on file that this person is not allowed to have any contact with you." And I was like, "Okay, I will do that." So, Happy Clam, yeah, we were just talking about, don't we all just wish you could make a protection circle around her? Um, so I literally texted Bunny XO and was like, "Hey girl, you got witches, right? Like, do spells for you. Can you, like, have them do a spell for me?" Um, Thank you for becoming a member. Goodness, look at you. Yeah, so in regards to a countersuit, for hiring 12 Etsy witches to protect you right now. Thanks, girl. Regarding like a countersuit for like legal fees and all that, he doesn't have any money. It would cost me more time and money to do that. And so that's really frustrating. And we've already eaten through like 75% of the GoFundMe. So not even just the retainer, like the GoFundMe, which I'm sorry, I misspoke earlier, but yeah, it's frustrating. It's tough. Um, so I hate that. Oh, hey, Brandon. I just became a member. I love all your videos. Thank you for what you do. Thank you. Thanks for doing that. I appreciate you. Yeah, it's it's tough because I I don't want to keep going, obviously, because the scariest person in the room is the person who has nothing to lose, right? But the thing is that I don't want this to give, you know, an example to other people who were like, "Oh, I'm just gonna, sue this person for speaking about me." And then, I don't want him to give other people ideas and it's frustrating. Um, so I'm gonna try, yeah, set a precedent for shitty people to get away with this because it absolutely is legal abuse and it's not okay. And it's truly insanity. So I think I'm gonna be doing a video soon about legal abuse and all that. One person I want to talk to you about it is, which I've already talked to him a little bit about it, but our our interview we did was like 3 hours long. So I need to call him again and be like, "Hey bud, can we do a more precise one?" But that's Clayton Eckerd. He was on The Bachelorette and then The Bachelor, and he's awesome. But he's been through some legal abuse. And there's actually a great limited series podcast about that entire situation too. Um, can you get a PFA? I don't know what that is. Afternoon from the UK, sending you a big hug across the sea. I hate how this idiot is getting away with all this crap towards you. Me too. Me too. So it's very frustrating and I don't like it, but that's the update about the lawsuit. Like I said, he also wanted to settle, or he offered to settle, and essentially what he was offering or proposing rather, it wasn't monetary, which thank God, because I was like, absolutely fucking not. But essentially he was wanting me to never talk about him again, take down all the videos, like sign all this stuff and issue a retraction and and an apology. And I'm like, I'm not doing that. No. Why would I apologize to you? You're a piece of shit. Like, I'm not doing that. So that was really frustrating. And then also he was wanting us to send over, which I thought was so funny. He was wanting us to send over like any and all, like what he would deem as proof, I guess, of like civil conspiracy. And it's like, Jeremy, if I was to do that, it would literally like prove that wrong, that there is no civil conspiracy. Like, you're an idiot. For civil conspiracy, like people have to be conspiring to break another law. Like that's not what was happening. And people covering the same like commentary topic is not conspiracy. You absolute buffoon. Um so yeah, so that's very frustrating. But we obviously said no. And again, would I like to just not deal with this anymore and just have it go away? Yes, but I'm not gonna apologize when I didn't do anything wrong, and it sucks. Sir, you did shitty stuff online, and you have a record that's public info. Nobody's conspiring. Long shot, you may have thought of maybe different sources like H3 Pod. They love exposing predators. Maybe reach out to AB or Dan from the pod. I have I have mutuals with the pod, like with the H3 podcast, and yeah, I mean, I could actually two mutuals, one being Rich Lux and then one being which he's a more direct line, but another being Nicole Concilio because she's like best friends with someone on that podcast. Um, a PFA is a protection from abuse order. You can get it because you're experiencing legal abuse. I would do that. He can't get away with this. Viral campaign for I'll host a benefit concert. Love that. Yeah, no, it's yeah. I mean, I'm trying to get more people. Love Nicole. Me too. That's my girl. I love her so much. I'm hoping next time, and I know she's hoping too. I hope next time she's in Florida, we can hang out. Like when we used to take a problem to the press. Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty crazy. So I'm gonna talk to a lot of the people that I met this weekend about it. It's actually one thing I'm doing today. I was gonna take the day off and like sleep and recover basically because I'm so fucking tired. But um I actually want to, kind of get like I need to unpack and stuff too, but I want to get a head start, so to speak, on ooh, what is that? Oh, those are eyelashes. On getting all my my stuff organized with like all the sources and stories and advocates and like all this stuff. Oh, you were just in Gulf Shores, nice. Stuff that we went over. I can't wait to nap. I bet, babe. I'm so tired. Good morning. Yeah, so we have Kelly and I have I told her I was like, do not work until like Tuesday or Wednesday, please. We are exhausted, but yeah, we got a lot of course, like yeah, networking and stuff like that. But even what's more important, the just like all the crazy like just unbelievable stories that we heard that I was like, how has no one talked about this? Like what is going on? Like it's really, really insane. And unfortunately, like a lot of these cases And why was everyone sick and coughing at CrimeCon? Girl, what? I didn't see that. Who? I peeked into the live stream you had open at CrimeCon. You were chatty with a very tall woman and looked very happy. I was chatting with a tall woman. I think that was Catherine. Web sleuths, who's that? Um, Most importantly, can we all do to help support you in all of this? Share my videos, share the, like, original video I made about the lawsuit, um, the, longer straight hair, that's Catherine from, the Hell and Gone podcast. I really like her a lot, she's very nice. Oh my god, you know what's so f Amanda, Amanda, this is so creepy. Look, I literally opened up the book that we had on my table. Creepy. Like, what? That's insane. Yeah, I just like randomly opened it up to a random page. That's hilarious. Yeah, so that's something we're gonna cover too, because I actually as someone I like it is a sign, yeah. I had someone talk to me about that too, and they were like, "Oh, here, talk to this person." And we literally FaceTimed with someone who has been, working on that. Did you see someone went after Hannah Alonso about her miscarriage and name dropped you and your mantra, "If you can't take it, get off the internet"? I mean, Amanda, yeah, I FaceTimed with Jolene. I love her. She's she's awesome. Um, so yeah, I need to get her number from one of our mutuals, but I will be talking to her. I didn't see Nikki, I didn't see I guess I didn't read the entire email. Um, let me go to my text with Hannah. Um, that's insane. Hannah was at CrimeCon? No, Hannah was not at CrimeCon. Um, GLP-1 girl? Who's GLP-1 girl? Un Uncovered Possum? Oh, I like that username. It was brutal and so unfortunate for her. So I messaged her, I texted her yesterday, and I said, "Hi, babe, love you. I'm always here for you." And she just said, "Thank you." Um, oh, Anne Marie, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. How many points do you give it for fun, all around career benefits, connections made from 10 points? For CrimeCon, um, I would say, I mean, the best way I can explain it is just that it's so impactful. I mean, yes, connecting with, um, your viewers, and I think that's so important. But then also, and when I say network, I don't just mean like professionally with, you have a boss. Well, why? It's rude that you haven't sent me an Instagram DM with pictures of your possum, but okay. I kind of really want to see right now. Um, so yeah, when I say networking, I don't just mean talking to like Nancy Grace and like the other Nancy from the Slippery podcast, which I'm obsessed with her. I look up to her so much. She's amazing, and she was so sweet, and she told my husband, she was like, "I don't know if you know this, but, like, I'm adopting her," and he was like, "Good, take her. You can have her." Um, she's amazing. So, she actually connected me with a bunch of other people as well, which was so important and so cool. I really appreciated it a lot. But yeah, I don't only mean, like, network, like, professionally, like, with people who do what you do or, that you can work with and stuff. I also mean, like, victim advocates um and survivors and, talking to, other people who want their stories heard. Like I talked to someone last year actually, and then I saw him this year too, and I recognized them and saw him walk by my booth, and I like yelled at him to come over because I wanted to talk to him. And we were talking about his story, and I wanted to get like an update from him if he had made any headway since the time before, and I started fucking crying like an idiot. Not like full tears, but like, watery eyes and hugged, we hugged it out and he was able to talk to Tony too. And then it was nice having obviously Tony there for like, me feeling like safe and like, he's my anchor, my safe place. But also having Kelly there too. So then Kelly was able to get all of his information and, we're gonna be able to talk to him about a bunch of stuff. But oh my God, his story is wild. And then also I believe her name is Christy, I think. Um, yeah, but she's the mother of um, one of, Brian, Koberger's victims, and so I got to talk to her as well, and that was insane, and not, like, about, like, the case necessarily, but, like, maybe, like, a good way to phrase it is, like, the fallout of it, because I've been wanting to do a video about, like, the kind of, like, the ethics of true crime and true crime adjacent content and how it it's just so interesting because like, there's so many, like, aspects of it that I wanted to cover, and, like, that's one aspect, and then another aspect is, like, the, like, parasocial of it all, especially with, like, creators or, like, with media personalities, and, um, understanding that, like, yes, it's an industry as a whole, but then also I think as long as it's, like, done right, it, makes a bigger impact and all that. Um, did you and Sherilyn have the best time in Vegas? I remember how excited you were. What was the highlight of CrimeCon? So I didn't hang out with Sherilyn at all, but um, I'm pretty sure she had a good amount of people with her at her booth, so it looked like they had a great time. But I had my researcher Kelly and my husband with me, and it was amazing. We had a really really great time, and um, I was talking to my dad actually about, like, conventions and conferences and stuff, and he was like, "Yeah, it always just, like, lights a fire under your ass, like, when you get home, and, like, it's, like, reinvigorating," and I was like, "Oh god, it sounds like like an MLM conference," and he's like, "Yeah, except for, you're not in a cult," and I was like, Exactly." But yeah, so it was really nice to be able to, of course, I mean, just always, like, reconnect with people and, like I said, network, but also make connections with other people. Like I have so many fucking things on my desk right now that I need to put in my like my what's it called? My what do you call it? My like Rolodex. This lady actually that I met was awesome. Her name's Anita. I like her a lot. She has worked on which one was it? Anita DeFrancisco, and she wrote a book. I didn't have time to grab it because I completely forgot because I was like, "Oh, I need to go back and, like, grab it real quick from her," but then didn't have to. I'll buy it off her website, it's fine. Um, yeah, so it's crazy. Um, looks like you went down a storm? What's that mean? Down a storm with all the other creators despite the never-ending drama that all the grown-ups were a part of. Well done. Oh, I don't know. Ooh, what drama? What are you talking about? Um, I had a great time. I had a great time. It was awesome. True crime used to be to help get justice for the victims. Now it's become about money and fame. When these creators don't get what they want from us, they turn on us. I mean, I think that's a very overgeneralized statement, but I do think that, obviously with like podcasts and um the productions and all these different projects, it's important to understand, like Amanda, I cannot with you. I think it's important to understand, like, well, yeah, you want to, make good media and produce good projects and stuff because you want it to perform well, obviously, because you want it to get more eyes on it and all that. And I think it's something that a lot of people don't understand as well is that there's not a lot of money in unscripted television, like at all. Apparently, there used to be, from what I was hearing this weekend, but not anymore. And it was actually interesting. I had a lot of podcasters and journalists and investigators tell me like, "Oh yeah, no, like YouTube's where the real money's at." And I was like, "Huh, okay." You know, went down a storm as a positive remark. Might be too British. Yeah, I've never heard that. I kind of love that saying. Grayson didn't try to get you off the record. So regarding Grayson and which Grayson is I forgot her last name. Doesn't matter though. But Grayson is the production assistant or producer or something like that for it is very British. Nana Bug, hi, babe. Um for so right, yeah, Grayson. Sorry, my brain is the producer or I feel weird calling it the producer, but production assistant for the the channel Hidden True Crime with Lauren Matthias. Lauren Matthias, just a reminder, is the one who did a 9-hour live stream, essentially tanking herself and saying that she has a stalker and just kept going on and on and on and saying that this person was like ruining her life and, harming her and was like threatening her. And her examples of her threatening her were quite insane. It was like, um, like hyperbole and, analogies and song lyrics, and it's like, "Ma'am, that's not a threat to you. What are you talking about?" It was so interesting. Did you meet the stalker? Yeah, she's awesome. She helped me move rooms. There were a few problems with our hotel room, our first one, and so I went downstairs and I was like, "Can I please get these things fixed?" And she's like, "Well, I don't think I'm gonna have them fixed by the time you need them to be fixed, so how about I just upgrade your room?" And I was like, "That's way better, girl, thanks. Appreciate ya." But the problem was I was like, "Oh, well, we have a dinner reservation at, like, 8, and so can we just move rooms after?" And she's like, "Ugh, I won't be able to hold both rooms for you because we need to get the other one cleaned so we can have someone else move into it." And I was like, "Oh, shit, okay." And Christina is the stalker, which is so funny. I literally was introducing her to people like that. Um, but she was like, "You know what? I'll help you. We will throw everything in your suitcases and bring it back up. Then y'all can go to dinner and she's like, and I can like help the guy unload and then she's like, then I'll leave." And I was like, "You are amazing. Thank you so much." She was insanely helpful and great, but apparently oh, and she got like a good amount of like B-roll and content for me too, which I was so helpful or so thankful for. Let me turn on my light 'cause it's like a little fuzzy. Yes. Okay. A stalker, she looks really scary. Yeah, which someone doesn't have to look scary to be scary, right? Um, so yeah, that was crazy. Fucking wild. So yeah, she's very nice, but I've always been of the mindset of like, hey, if I do a video about somebody, I don't want it to be awkward. So like I'll say hi or like I'll at least introduce myself. If I would have known that was Freedom Barbie last year, I didn't go up and say hi to her, but obviously I didn't have time. Our booth was oh my god, we hardly had any time to like recoup or fucking breathe. Um, but anyway, so I did say hi to Freedom Barbie McKenzie's co-host Hannah, as I do like her. I mean, I don't have anything against Freedom Barbie, but um, I like Hannah, and she's like a comedian and like more professional and stuff. So, anyways, but yeah, I've always been of that mindset. So I went to when you were like, "This is off the record on Jay's live." Oh my god, yeah. Well, that night, the last night, I went up I saw Grayson in the bar, and, like, they kept staring at us and, like, looking at us and stuff, and, um I was like, "Alright, well, I was like, "I'm just gonna go introduce myself to her." I was like, "I'm not gonna be scary or anything, like, that's not my intention." Like, I wanna introduce myself to her so she knows who I am, like, we've talked in DMs before, I don't want anything awkward, like, I stand by what I said, obviously, you were being annoying, and I will say that to your face. I'm not gonna say it right now to your face, but, like, same energy, right? And so, I went to the bathroom and then, walked by her and I was like, "Oh, hey, Grayson." And I was like, "Hey, Chelsea Suarez or CC Suarez, nice to finally meet you. Y'all having a good time, blah, blah, blah." Told her I liked her nail color. Um, the lady next to her goes, "Oh, how do you 2 know each other?" And I was like, "Oh, I did a video on her boss. I'm a YouTuber." And literally that was my tone. And I looked down and I realized that she had, like, started shaking, like, and it was so strange. I was like, what? Am I scaring her right now? Like, what the fuck?" And I looked down and I said, "Girl, you're good. Like, we're okay. Like, we're good." I was like, "All right, well, y'all have a great time." I was like, "I'm exhausted. I leave early tomorrow morning, so this was gonna be my last time I could say hi, so hope you have a great rest of your weekend." It was so strange. Tell me she wasn't eating dinner. No, a bunch of us were, like, at the bar afterwards. Um, when I shake when I'm nervous. I mean, I guess, I don't know, man. It was, like, so strange. It, like, I I texted someone else and I was like, "You, like, please tell me why she just, like, acted like I, like, pulled a firearm on her, like, what the fuck?" It was really weird. Yeah, I don't know what she, like, thought I was gonna do, but I, like, made the point to say, like, "Girl, you're good." Like, "Alright. Well, I am very tired. I'm gonna go night night. Cannot wait." Um, anyways, but maybe I should have, like, bought her a drink or something, I don't know. But then again, like, I know that there are some people at CrimeCon that are, like, completely sober, so I, like, would have felt awkward, like, not knowing if she drinks or whatever, so I don't know. Um, yeah, it's wild. Um, I don't know, and then I thought about it more, and I was like, "Oh, shit, I completely forgot that she," like, there's that video of her and Lauren, like, crying in a restaurant just because other people are there, and they, like, they thought that these women were gonna go, like, decapitate them. It was d and all they did was walk past them. Like, it's wild. So, also, I met all those women, and they are so nice. Like, it's so strange. Anyways, um, saw Lauren when I was walking out, though, and I said, "Bye, Lauren. Bye, Grayson," which that was a little petty, but, um, is Lauren Matthias Freedom Barbie? Might as well be. No, Lauren Matthias is Hidden True Crime, the one that claimed in a 9-hour live stream that she had a stalker and was, like, trying to sue the person and all that. I go into fight or flight in anticipation of conflict. Maybe it was that. Maybe. I kind of feel bad. Should I DM her and say, "I'm sorry if I made you uncomfortable"? I think I should, right? What do y'all think? Um, Grayson is the, production assistant of Lauren Matthias. Lauren Matthias of Hidden True Crime, the one who did the 9-hour live stream claiming that she has a okay, yeah. I wouldn't feel bad, to be honest, you handled that well. "Girl, we're good," says it all. It was windy outside. Aw. I'll tell y'all what, I think we had a different cleaning lady come while we were gone. I don't know which one it was, but I got a text the, like, owner of the company 'cause she did a fantastic job. stuff is so organized in here. Like, she I took down a bunch of the, like, disco balls that I had hanging over there because I was like, disco's out. We're done with the disco aesthetic as I have this. I don't know, I might bedazzle this, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Um, but some of the disco balls over there that were hanging were, like, they're, like, planters, and I put, like, different, like, sprigs of, like, succulents and, like, stuff like that. Obviously, they're faux plants because I don't do any real plants in my house except for flowers every now and again. But I was like, "Well, I don't wanna, like, get rid of these, like, these ones are, like, cute at least," and she, like, put them over there, by these 2 other, um, vases that I have. Those vases weren't up there either. This bitch really reorganized and, like, redecorated my office. No wonder she took so long. Tony and I were looking at the camera and we're like, "She's been there for, like, 4 hours. What is she doing?" Crazy. Um, Eli, a leopard print mic cover. Oof, no. No, I'm not a leopard print girly. Used to be, definitely used to be. I was looking through, I had a few things left in my closet from, like, back in the day, and I had, like, snake print and, like, leopard print, like, bodysuits and stuff, and I'm like, "What was happening?" Um, which if that is your vibe, love that for you, just not for me, but that's okay. But Eli, yes. I, um so what Eli said, just so I can read it off, "When in doubt, glitter." Girl, "Hey, so be super careful with Chris Hansen. Personally, I know someone in the creator space that had a very bad experience with him, and while he's a pioneer of sorts nowadays, he's definitely sketchy." So I did want to, retro baby. So I did wanna talk about that too, because I did, God, I'm, like, super itchy right here. Ugh. So I did receive the feedback on the post that I made that I was like, "Oh my gosh, so excited to, like, meet him and stuff and actually be able to, like, visit and talk with him and all that." So, I did get a and I actually really like the way that you phrased that. You were like, "Yes, he's a, like, pioneer in this space and blah, blah." So, I honestly did not know about the, like, I knew there were some people that, like, were of the opinion that they didn't like how he handled the Onision stuff or something like that. And then there, I guess, is another situation like that as well. And so I did wanna look into it, or do want to rather, and figure all that, um, to go tickling your forehead. Yeah. Um, there he goes again, tickling my forehead. So, yeah, so I definitely do wanna look into it. I know some people were like, "How are you so chronically online and you, like, don't know that?" I was like, "I'm wouldn't say I'm chronically online, but, like, I'll joke and say that I am sometimes, but, like, I really don't think I am. There's a lot of stuff I don't know about." But I am gonna be looking into that. I would say that he is very much so a pioneer in our space. And, I mean, he's a media personality, right? So, isn't there a movie about him coming out? Yeah, imagine I said that to his wife. I was like, "So Robert Pattinson, huh?" And she's like, "Yeah, that's weird." And I was like, "I know, that's very, very crazy." Um, she's very sweet, though. I really like her a lot. But yeah, I mean, he's been nothing but nice and very, helpful with, especially with, like, the, Jeremy Wilson stuff too. He was giving me really good advice, which I really appreciated a lot. Um, but yeah, I'll look into all that, and hell, maybe I can, um, uh, maybe I can Robert, yeah, no, oh, we no, that's what she means, like crazy, right? Yeah, no, we were talking about it and I was like, "That's fucking wild." And she's like, "Yeah, I didn't know he was, like, so talented with, like, voices and stuff." And I was like, "Oh, yeah. Apparently, like, a lot of people didn't know that until this trailer came out." And I and I was like, "Also, girl, I'm not gonna lie, I kinda thought it was, like, an SNL skit at first." And she's like, "I got that vibe too." And she's like, "But then I finished watching it and I was like, 'Oh my god,' like." Yeah. Um, oh my god, yes, happy Pride Month. Are y'all doing anything to celebrate? I watched the Honest trailer for Twilight, and now Robert Pattinson will forever be Shaw. I love that. Bro is a voice shapeshifter. Yeah. I think yeah, it's that's crazy. He really God, he's amazing. I do love him. And just how, like, silly and goofy he is. I feel like he's become, or at least shown 'cause he's always been like that apparently from, like, other people, like, interviews and stuff people have done, they've, like, said that about him, but I think he's, like, front facing, been a little bit more, like, unhinged, but I think that's because he has a kid now, and a lot of people drop their mask after they have a kid. Um, yeah, so, that was that. So I did wanna say that because I know I even got a comment that was like, "Why are you not, responding to those comments?" And I'm like, "You guys, I posted this, and then, like, I was so busy this weekend." Like, yes, we took pictures and stuff, but, like, I was not able to answer things or, like, if I had a second to look at my phone, okay, I'll answer something, but, like, I also very much so am someone who, like, posts and ghosts, and I'm, like, am not really on social media that much. Um, but, 80s pattern jeans making a resurgence. At least it's not neon. Yeah. But I did notice that at CrimeCon. There I made that comment to Tony. I was like, "Do I need to get, like, jeans with patterns?" Because, oh my gosh, I saw so many, and there were so many that were so cute. Actually, Mackenzie, Freedom Barbie, had on the cutest ones, I think on day 2 or maybe it was day 1, I don't know. I'm a few minutes behind, but no, I wouldn't DM Grayson. They have been absolutely horrible to people, trying to send innocent people to prison, trying to ruin their careers. She doesn't deserve your time. I appreciate that. One thing that was really awkward was they, like, went up to Annie Elisa's booth and and Annie wasn't there. And then she and poor Annie actually got food poisoning during the weekend. That was fucking crazy. Um, but they were like seemed like they were like circling like vultures until Annie got there. And yeah, that was fucking crazy. And then she like went up and like said hi and then kept like just hanging out like at the booth. And it's like, what are you doing? Like what's going on here? Like y'all were accused of plagiarizing her. Like, do y'all know you're not friends? Like, what's happening? It was so strange. Grayson is going to have to find her way out of the hidden true crime cult. Um, yeah, I love Annie. Annie's great. We before she landed, I met up with her. Well, we we found Josh at the Venetian, and he was like, "Oh, well, come have lunch with me." I was like, "All right." So we went and had lunch with him, and then he was like, "Well, I don't have to check in yet." And then I had a meeting to go to, and so I was like, "Well, why don't we all just go and like meet the Annie's team in the expo hall?" Because Tony and I set up so fucking early. Like the email was like, "Yeah, you can set up at 9 a.m. on Thursday," and we were like, "Perfect." We're set up by 9:30. We were the first, well, second creator booth to be set up. Your host, Jules, was was the first. She's hilarious, I love her, but yeah, so we were set up super quickly, so then we started helping other people set up. Found Josh, had lunch with him, and then came back, and, uh, set up Annie's whole booth, basically, and then, got her, went back to the booth, kept setting up, um, yeah, and then I had my meeting, and oh, and then we helped, I don't know where Tony and Josh went. Oh, they went upstairs, but then we helped, Jamie from Murderish set up, her stuff too, so that was fun. Have you turned into the reckless bin tuned in, sorry, have you tuned into the reckless bin Lego Mormon police collusion drama? That is the longest, like, TLDR title of of something, um, drama going on. His video is incredible. Isn't it amazing when, collusion is a thing? What? Okay, so okay, Charlie did one? Interesting. Yeah, one of one of my, like, childhood and, like, very good family friends and neighbor, because she lives right, around the corner from us, is, Charlie's or Penguins or Moist Critical, all of the names, formerly known as, also known as, all those. She's his, chief financial officer. That's cool. I love that. Oh my god, my back of my throat is, like, so itchy, and then, like, in here is itchy. Insane. Yeah. Less chatting, we'll be listening and cleaning. If you want something really good to, literally been saying this so many times this past week. If you want something really good to listen to while you're cleaning, the Murder-ish podcast with Jamie, Jamie Rice, Jamirice, and then Murder-ish, all one word, is amazing. She's so, 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 so wonderful. Um, what are your favorite long form TikTok commentary creators on YouTube? Ooh, um, favorite pick with Holly. I love her so much. She's so wonderful. Like, absolutely so wonderful. She's amazing. I think my podcast episode with her will come out either next week or the week after. I'm not too sure. It's definitely like an evergreen-ish one. So I'm not sure when that's gonna come out. Was Sherilyn there? Yep, she was there. She was like 4 rows down from me, I believe. My favorite long form TikTok commentary creator. Oh, okay, you mean people who cover like so I mean who cover like the same shit that I do, but um on YouTube, but like more just like TikTok bullshit. Um the Do We Know Them podcast is amazing. And who else? Um Let me go through my subscriptions for you. We'll see we'll see who's good. All right. Let's see here. Let me put y'all over here so I can still see ya. So Marky is great. He covers, all them hot topics. Fat Sajak is wonderful. Robert Welsh covers that type of stuff too, but he's usually not like as up to date with it. But that's his Robert Reacts channel. iNabber is usually pretty quick with it when he covers stuff. He'll usually cover like the bigger stuff though. So Kendall Ray, she covers that type of stuff um the Sesh podcast. And who else? Um I mean Trisha and like on Just Trish, they cover all that type of stuff too, like the like higher level stuff, if you will. Vangelina Scove, found her this past year, obsessed with her. She's amazing. Mm, who else? Goodness, so many people. I guess that's all I can think of right now. But yeah, those are all good ones. Yeah. I was about to say, how did Josh already get a video up from CrimeCon? But it's because um, he went home on Saturday, so that makes sense. Wait, what? You're in a lawsuit? I am. It's actually framed right there. I am being sued for $15 million for defamation, and that sucks. Because I called a twice convicted um, sex registry person with crimes against children because I called him a pedophile. So amazing. Is it stuttering for anyone else? Oh no, that's not good. I listen to cleaning hack channels while I clean. Oh, I love that. Are you still gonna get the upper bluff? No, I'm not. I I was going to, and then obviously with the lawsuit, I'm putting so much money into it too, so, like, not the best time to get a cosmetic procedure. No, I'm not anymore. Yes, I had an ad. Okay. Glad to hear from somebody who experienced CrimeCon and is not involved um, in the drama. I don't that's crazy, yeah, I don't think I mean, I'll comment on it, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like I, like, didn't witness any drama, you know? Yeah. Wild. Yeah, I don't really think there was. I mean, other than, uh, Lauren Matthias of Hidden True Crime trying to get her stalker, she's not a stalker, kicked out of CrimeCon again. Um, yeah, that was interesting. Which the security guy who did try to have her leave did tell me that that's what it was. I really hope you win the lawsuit, yeah. JLR. Isn't that guy that, like, tried to sue Beyoncé or something? And he live streams constantly? He has a lot of viewers in his live stream. Believe me, they made some. Well, tell me. That's crazy. Wait, did you meet the woman you met last time again? Are you talking about Mackenzie, Freedom Barbie, the one that, confronted me? Are you going next year? Yes, it is in Orlando, so we will be there next year. We're very excited. When does your episode with Holly come out? I have no idea. I don't think she edits those because she is partnered with Dear Media for that one. I know that she interviewed uh, Mike as well from Tactical Killer Bee. Love him so much. He's so funny. He's awesome. Dear God, he's such a good person. Um, yeah, him and Tony got to talk a lot, which was I really enjoyed like watching them talk with each other. It was nice. Yeah, he's awesome. I'm just like proud of him and like what he's, you know. Jolene recap the drama. Well, what the hell, Jolene? Um, oh Lord. That's crazy. Sorry, y'all. My nail girl just messaged me back and said she actually has a availability for me tomorrow. So I gotta add that to my calendar. Um, was trying to bully and dox Dolly Talks. He's on excited utterance. Someone said something about Dolly something. What are you planning to do with your nails? Well, one of my son's little friends, she's so cute, Evelyn, I love her. One of his little friends, she always tells me what to do with my nails, and she said to get blue. So, I guess I'm getting blue. I said, "Evie, what should I get on my nails? I'm getting them done this week." And she said, "Blue." I was like, "Okay." So, if I don't have blue when I pick up my kid tomorrow, it's gonna I'm gonna be in trouble, and I don't wanna be in trouble by her because she's a lot. Blue and, like, a rainbow of some kind. Ooh, I would like that. That would be very cute. Well, yeah, someone else is saying something about, like, Dolly something. I don't know about all that. That's pretty crazy. I'll look at what Jolene had to say about it, though. I tried to watch one of your CrimeCon lives, but the sound made my tinnitus act up. Oh, I'm so sorry. I just want to say good vibes from the UK. Fighting ridiculous accusations sucks in it with work at the moment. People appreciate how hard it is to fight deluded people. Straight liars take care. Yeah. Your personal stylist. That's cute. You should use sky blue. Ooh, that would be pretty. Good Lord, Amanda, you know all the drama. Wow. That is wild. Yeah, that's some pretty crazy shit y'all are telling me about. I don't know about any of that. I was very busy at my booth. It was very hectic and fun. Are you purposely being vague? But I'm not purposely being vague. Friendship breakups happen. I wish nothing but the best for her. All the success and wonderful, all of that. But is that not my password? What's going on here? But I don't, there's certain things I would not like to talk about and I don't want to, and that's fine. Can you surmise the drama? Girl, I want someone else to surmise drama for me. I don't know what what they're talking about. Yeah, I got no clue. Amy Robinson as a YouTube commentary channel that is TikTok content. Gotcha. Hi, Tanya. Okay. What was I going to do? Forgot. Nails? No, I was gonna look at Jolene's thing. I actually just need to text this person. And uh, 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 no, that's not it. Ah, there we go. Okay. Send me Jolene's contact info when you have a moment, please. Perfect. Okay. Will there be Netflix or something on the Elizabeth Teckenbrock stuff? You'll just have to wait and see, girl. Do you watch Kendall Ray's other podcasts, The Sesh? Sometimes. I go through like cycles with what I watch. But I also don't have a whole lot of time to watch stuff because I work so much. Yeah, but what I was gonna say is that I'm really happy that that CrimeCon is in Orlando next year because I'm actually gonna be able to stay on Sunday because like last year, since it was in Denver, I couldn't stay on Sunday, and then this time couldn't stay for Sunday because if we don't fly out at like 6 AM, then we don't get home until like midnight, and that sucks. So I don't wanna do that. I got a kid, I gotta get back home, you know? And we had been gone since Tuesday, so I was really sad that, that we couldn't stay on Sunday, but I did stay for the time because you're supposed to stay at your for, like, the whole weekend, you're supposed to stay at your booth for, like, a certain amount of time, like, in total, and I definitely stayed. I wish I could have, like, walked around and, like, talked to other people and at their booths and stuff more, but it was so busy, holy crap. We were very, very busy. It was awesome. Yeah. Um, yeah. Just got my tablet in the mail. Oh, I love that. Which one did you get? Perfect mix of my sister and my friend's mom. So we love to watch your videos. And oh God, girl. Oof. Okay. Mhm. I love seeing like people's handwriting. It's so like This person's M's are so pretty, like beautiful. It's so pretty. I read that the company that puts on CrimeCon is now owned by Fox. Fox owns a lot of companies. A lot. But wait, who owns Fox? Which one owns them? I love looking at those, like, infographics of, like, what companies own what, like, with media conglomerates, but then also like, with, like, food companies, because it's, like, the same 4 companies own everything, right? But yeah, it's what is it? Live Nation? Well, doesn't Tenderfoot put on CrimeCon? I can't remember. Me too, it's Big Pyramid, it's the same yeah, company's owning everything. I'm watching her for years, she's been spot on calling out predators and women predators for so long. Um, yeah. Red Seat Media or something. I've never even heard of that. Find it a little scary. You with the yeah, that, like, every company's owned by, like, 1 of 4. Oh, makeup companies too. That's another one. Oh, that infographic. Boned up for that. I love it. Okay. Okay. Yeah, Frito-Lay, Nabisco, but weirdly, Smucker's owns so many food companies. Yeah, they're an underlier for sure. Also, if y'all ever have a chance to go to the Mob Museum um, in Vegas, I'm gonna make a reel about it, but holy crap, amazing, so educational, like, absolutely one of the best museums I've ever been to, which is saying a lot because 'cause I've been to a lot of museums. Like, best non-art museums. Tender? No, not Tinder, Tenderfoot. Tendrfoot, I think. Um, I think that's what it is. Anyways, okay, I gotta put in my ooh, I have like my little, like, Rolodex on here. But, like, my drive I have a little Google sheet of my where the fuck did it go? Is it my professional drive? It is okay. With, like, all the cards and, um, like, people that I networked with and that I can, like, go back to, and it was actually funny, one of them, I I got their card and, like, just from the feel of it and, like, the branding, I was like, "Oh my gosh, I already have this." And he was like, "Wait, what?" And I was like, "Yeah, no, I got this last year." I was like, "I already have this." It was a Dead Man's Hand Forensic Consulting. Yeah, Paul. And then his wife threw a bunch of candy at me. She was very sweet. Um, have you seen the website that shows Jeff Bezos, sorry for spelling mistakes, wealth? It's insane how long you just scroll and scroll. Oof, sensory is a thing. No, girl, it was crazy. I like because it was that a different like material kind of like when cards feel like rubbery almost. But yeah, even the branding, and I was like, this branding's amazing. The fact that I like remembered that for like was like that's awesome. Yeah, his wife was so sweet though too. But okay, so there were a bunch of attorneys that I got to talk to too, which was really cool. Um, I don't think I don't think Paul Allen. It was I have a Paul Uribe, something like that. Yeah, but I need to type this stuff in. Um, back now. Hate when work calls get in the way. I cannot with you. One thing that was really fun is that we went to dinner with I don't know if she's still in here, but with Brooke, who has been a viewer for a good God forever. And we actually met last year at CrimeCon because she got a day pass and went to, and just went for like a day because she lives like right outside of like that Denver area or somewhere in there. And um, I remember like after we met, like she tagged me and then so I like looked at her stuff and then I looked in our DMs and I was like, oh my gosh, we've been talking forever. And so then this time, her her husband and Tony were talking and I was like, oh, well, yeah, you're going to eat at that restaurant we wanted to eat at. And I jokingly said, oh, add us to that reservation, girl. We got 3 people. And then she did. And I was like, okay, guess I'm going to dinner. And so we had dinner with them and it was awesome. It was so nice. It was great. They're wonderful. It was so much fun. Well, if she threw candy at you, must mean she likes you. Like a tip. Basically, yeah. Hi from Australia. Hello. You might have said this, but how was it finally meeting Kelly? It was great. I loved it. It was very interesting that I don't know, it was wild. I love Kelly so much. She's so wonderful. But it was God, it was really amazing. Like it was wonderful having my own booth, but then and also being a featured creator, but then also um just having Kelly with me and being able to have her because like she is a professional with this. Um, having her be able to, like, also network with people and, like, also it's just like having, like, another me there? Um, but then, yeah, having Tony there too made me feel so comfortable and so safe, which was great. US viewers get a love letter? Yes, I was good God, meeting a bunch of you was amazing. I had so many people come up to me and literally look at their phone and say, "Hold on, I screenshotted it. What do you think Wigham's doing?" And so y'all followed directions very well. I did have a few people that were like, "Oh, my sister couldn't come, but she's obsessed with you. And so like, can I get a picture with you so I can send it to her?" I was like, "Yes, absolutely. Let's also send her a video so I can scold her for not coming." Um, I did that like 3 or 4 times and Tony was like, "You need to start a Cameo." And I was like, I'm not gonna do that, which is actually interesting, which I probably am sometime soon because I had someone from Cameo reach out and be like and she was like, "Oh, have you ever thought about" sorry for yawning, I know I'm probably making y'all yawn too, but the lady from Cameo was like, "Oh yeah, have you ever thought about making one?" And I was like, "Yeah," but then right afterwards I thought, "Who the hell would buy this?" And she's like, "Well, I'm reaching out because people have searched her name so many times." And I was like, "Okay, well." I was like, "But also, like, I would want to, like, because I don't have a lot of time to do anything." I was like, "But I would wanna make sure that I'm setting the right expectations." And she's like, "Well, the good thing is, like, you can cap it to, like, you only do, like, a certain amount a week and, like, all that." And I was like, "Oh." Yes, it is in Orlando next year, and I cannot wait because we're gonna be able to drive, thank God. Are we getting more of Elizabeth content? So I do have one I do have one video coming up that I I wanted to have um I wanted to interview a lawyer for it though. But yeah, so I will have one coming. I just have to get it together and interview that person first. Hi, Miranda. Oh my goodness. I'm disgusting. I'm so sorry. I just burped. Yeah, so um maybe I can well, that person's a paralegal, but yeah. Okay, so one of the people that I talked to was I have a bunch more cards and they're actually in my other bag. But another person I talked to was a um God, what was it? A s- was it like a psychiatric profiler with the FBI? She does something like that. Her name's Julie. She's amazing. Um, how's your GoFundMe going? Last time I looked, it was at 51%. Are you still thinking of going to law school? Right now? No. I mean, that's like the end goal. Um, Esquire behind your name. Girl, same. It would just take a very long time, and right now I do not have the time or money. How's the podcast with CB? We just haven't had time to film and just everything I have going on. I have to, like, really focus on, money-making tasks, and that isn't one that actually costs me money and time, so just taking a hiatus right now. Um, yeah, GoFundMe's going good. Um, it says not what, 91%? I did the option because it GoFundMe, like, kinda pushes you to do, um, the setting where it, like, keeps upping it, like, for you, basically, and I was like, "Okay, well, this is gonna be, like, unfortunately, ongoing, so let's just do it that way." So, it'll say, like, 91%, but then it keeps, like, once you get closer, it just keeps upping your goal. So, I think it says the goal right now is at, like, 9,000, and we've made it to, like, 7,000, I think, which, of course, appreciate it so much. Y'all are amazing. It's been a lot, a lot. It sucks. It sucks. Yeah, but thank you. If you're able to donate, I appreciate it. If not, I completely understand as someone who made the GoFundMe, clearly. And just, watching my videos, sharing, stuff like that very much so helps, and I appreciate you so much. But okay, so this lady was a paralegal. Okay. I am freezing right now. I need to grab my blanket. Okay, at firm.com. All right, guys. We're really doing it. Oh, I needed to check my other email. Okay. All right. Put her information in there. I'm pretty sure she's the one that told us about this other thing. My God. Okay. Oh, wow. That one's unsolved. That one too. Oh my gosh. That's crazy that this same there are multiple ones in here that are suggested. I love that. Can confirm law school is very expensive. Yeah. I donated last month and was going to do again this month. My brother's, but girl, stop it. Don't. I appreciate you so much. Do you ever watch Bose? I think I've watched like one or two of her videos. I do like her a lot. And then also just like professionally, I respect the shit out of her. Um, and I also think she's very, very funny. Okay. Uh, okay. That's a good one. Damn. I haven't looked at all these yet. I looked at a few of them. She's one of the few my husband will watch with me. Love that. Okay, yeah, that medical malpractice one too is really good. Where the hell is the other? There's one in here that I had someone put their card in here. Okay, listening to this while I sort out my Pokemon cards. That's amazing. I love that for you. God, we got a lot of this is awesome. We got a lot of them. Ah, that's the one I was looking for. Okay. Uh, dot com. Ooh, huh. Wait, why did it already pop up? That's interesting. Okay. Hmm. Weird. You would think that if it auto-populated in my email that means that person's already emailed me. Well, all right. How long has this live been going? Um, couldn't tell you. Where is the little thingy? Usually it tells me. Oh, there it is. An hour and a half almost. Oh, I need to email you. Okay, that's another one. All right. Just to remind myself, I'm going to write you down in here. One of my good pens. Good pen. All right. Did you bedazzle your mic? I guess you could consider this bedazzling. It's like a disco ball type thing. Okay. That's a blanket, not a pen. I'm helpful. I got one, I promise. Okay, and that is email for interview about yeah, I need to get that done within the next 10 days. Okay. Got it. How much did I miss? I don't think too much. You love the bookshelf. Thank you. Thank you. I need to one of my next crafts that I'm doing now that we're done with CrimeCon, and that's like now I feel like I have like so much shit to do, which I love. Well, so much shit to do that I was like holding off on. But one of my next things is that I'm gonna get a bunch of books and like cut them so that I can put uh the spines on those boxes or boxes like them, and so that it looks like it's not storage, but it is obviously. So, you know, interesting. I am an ex-Mormon myself. Oof. Loved your Elizabeth podcast. Let's do it twice because there's so much depravity to take in. And keep in mind with Elizabeth, that was only like probably what, 10% of like everything. So pretty crazy. These religious cults are infiltrating so much people are unaware of. Yeah. That's crafty. I agree. I'm very excited about it. Okay, see now it popped up again and I'm like, "Who this is insane." Hi, Madison. I checked for your email, but couldn't find it. Let's get together this week to discuss. In the time zone and available until 4:30 p.m. Monday through Friday with the exception of tomorrow, I'll be ending my work day at noon. I look forward to speaking with look forward to working together. Oh, yeah. And that's on delusion. CrimeCon is so weird to me. So many people profiting off of horrendous crimes and victims of crimes. Really messed up, in my opinion. Well, let's talk about it. Do you prefer to be called Chelsea or Cece? I mean, either. I I answer to both. Manifesting, right? Delusion. Um, but do keep in mind that with um, brain fart, with CrimeCon, for instance, when when there's something covered at CrimeCon, a case or whatever, the advocates for the victims, the family members, whoever, are the ones on stage speaking about it, typically, or the survivors themselves. So, you know, it's more about spreading awareness. Yes, victims' families go. I had the opportunity to speak with a lot of victim advocates and survivors. And then also, even again, like I said before, one of the uh, victims of Brian Koberger, one of the mothers of the victims. I got to speak with her. It was very interesting. She actually emailed me last night, so I need to email her back. But yeah, there's a lot of advocacy and all that that happens, and I do think it is a common misconception though too of like, oh well, you're making so much money uh, off of like this or that, and it's like there's to be quite transparent. There's not much money in unscripted television. And when I say unscripted television, I mean like documentaries, docuseries, all that stuff, right? Um, but it's still still out there. It's still, you know, one of the, the biggest genres, which is wonderful. But yeah, I mean, to be able to don't y'all spend money to go, girl, I'll spend so much money to to go. I am a featured creator, so I don't have to pay for my booth or, stuff like that. But I I do spend money to go. Like I spend money on my backdrop, my um the everything on my table is for free. So and I don't ever want to sell anything at CrimeCon. So I was about to say, other than myself, that sounds like prostitution, Chelsea. But yeah, so spend a lot of money going to CrimeCon and having my booth and all that. So yeah, um, yeah, it seems to be basically for profit advocacy for crime victims that only helps the host. I haven't seen any evidence of them doing anything good for victims of crimes. I mean, I don't, I have. I mean, there's a lot that happens. Have you been? And I don't mean that in a sassy or snarky way or anything like that. But I mean, there are some aspects of it that I'm like, that's weird. But I think overall it does a lot of good. Um, it's I know I keep saying impactful, but it's truly so impactful and so wonderful. So what do you feel you get out of going to CrimeCon and the money you spend? I guess what's your motivation? To be able to network with not only industry professionals and learn more, but then also to be able to talk to victim advocates and victims and learn about their stories and see how I can help and um, you know, getting topics for, new videos and seeing if it's something that I can help with. And even if it's not something that I can help with necessarily, being able to connect them to other people, I think is really important. I'm sure some victims of crimes are for and against it. Like everything is not for everyone. That's very true. Yeah. So, I mean, I don't wanna say I lose money going because that sounds awful, but I do spend money going and, with, like, travel expenses and then, everything for my booth and all that and, paying for my researcher to go and my husband and, all of our meals and stuff. But then, I mean, making the connections and maintaining them, and then further than that, um, going like, I already have, like, 5 or 6, I think, um, like, interviews and stuff scheduled for, like, over the next, like, 2 months for, like, cases and stuff that I've been working on. But then not only that, but, Kelly, my researcher, and I are working on a new series, and so we have a lot of victim advocates that wanted to talk to us about it and be, like, people that we can interview for it too, which is awesome. And then further than that, like, the industry professionals too, to have them as, like, expert witnesses and stuff. So, very interesting. I was shocked listening to Steve Conclaves being interviewed. He really needs a lot of attention, but everything he says is so confusing and contradicting. Is that, is that Kaylee's dad? I talked to her mom, I didn't talk to her dad. Did that girl creep up on you? No. No. It was really funny. When I was helping someone else set up their booth, because after we set up ours, and then we helped set up Annie Elise's, and then I was, like, helping a few other people, um, my friend Jamie from Murderish got there, and I was like, "Okay." I was like, "You don't have anyone with you." I'm like, "I need to help you." So Kelly and I helped her, and I was, like, basically, like, almost under her table, but I was, like, behind it helping. And, like, I reached up and I was like, "Oh, I need, like, this tool." So I, like, reached up and, like, peeked over, and Mackenzie of Dating Detectives, Freedom Barbie, whatever, was, like, coming down the aisle, and we, like, made eye contact, and I was like, "Oh," like, grabbed the Allen wrench and, like, went back down, and I was like, "Great." In her head, she's probably like, "Oh, CC Suarez is, like, hiding behind a table from me," and I'm like, "Great, awesome." Can't wait how she twists that in her own brain, but it doesn't matter, it's okay. I would be worried about all of the all the criminals infiltrating. What does that mean? Some really weird people out there that, um people that are obsessed. I mean, there are weirdos for sure. Someone said, "Ashley, that's a good point." Ashley, what did you say? Where are you at? See Amanda, I don't see Ashley. Can I not see it? Because it's on top. Oh, it was on top chat. I'm sorry. I'm probably missing so many people's comments. My goodness. A lot of areas, specializations have cons. It's just a convention. My area of interest is crisis, and we have crisis crisis con. Love that name. Yeah, I mean, it's just a convention. I think that's something that a lot of people, like, get confused about, or, like, maybe their industry doesn't have conventions, or they haven't gone to them before. Um, but yeah, I mean, there's so many victim advocates and, families and stuff. And I think it's also important to understand, like, a lot of these people who are victim advocates, like, they might not sound the best on stage. I'm not talking about anyone in particular, but they might not sound the best on stage, or something they say might not sound great, but they're not media trained, So I think that's important to take into accountability too. I wonder if CrimeCon would have someone like Gypsy Rose come speak. I'm assuming that wouldn't be received well. No, that would not be received well. I don't think she would ever be invited. Absolutely not. No. I don't think a subject like true crime can be talked about without there being an icky side to it at all. So for me, I look at how slash what a person chooses to focus on. Is it the victim or the gore? Yeah, yeah, I agree. I think to a point, um, like with certain cases, it's impossible to discuss it without, like, getting into, the details. And I think with certain things, it's like a disservice if you don't, but you can do that without, like, you know, like, no pun intended, but, like, gory details, you know? And keep in mind, I do talk more about the, um I always wanna call them the villain, the perpetrator, like, I talk more about the criminal than the victims because um, what I'm talking about is typically white collar crime other than pedophiles. Have you made videos about Gypsy Rose? I would like to look into that. I haven't yet. I definitely can though, because there's a lot about it that I wanna get into. Because you. Have you been following the crazy Lego drama? I don't know if it's in your wheelhouse, but I'm obsessed. There have been a few people that have, mentioned it in this stream, but I don't even know what it is. Nancy Grace was there, yeah. I loved your Nicole Arbor video. I've had a parasocial beef with her since 2015. Yikes. It seems like mainly a mainstream media show for YouTube creators to fangirl over stars of true crime. I mean, I don't think so. Um, were you in Vegas the same time as the horse show stabbing? Girl, what? Squeeze me? Jesus Christ. Yeah, you're like, horse show stabbing. Oh my God, what? What is happening? I don't know if I was. That's why I didn't hear about it. That's crazy. Um, yeah, I mean, I don't think, well, at least I can't speak for anyone else. I mean, I do understand that, it's exciting to meet people that, you really respect. Um, but I don't know. I don't see any fangirling much. I mean, of course, there are people that, viewers and fans that are like very excited to meet creators and other mainstream people, of course. There are people that get like really weird about Paul holes, and it's gross. It is so strange. It's very nice. Um, it's so awful what's going on with those teenagers. Feels me social media is destroying mental health. Absolutely it is. Not with Lego, it's with bricks and minifigs, a reseller. Okay, thank you. Um, thank you, Gig Latrig. TLDR on the Lego situation. A man is accusing Bricks and Minifigs of stealing about $200,000 worth of Legos from him after he put them in consignment. Interesting. Hmm. Maybe I'll look into it today. Love your bookshelf. Thanks, babe. And I do appreciate love always truth. I do appreciate how you have been phrasing things and being able to have a conversation without being like accusatory and stuff. Because sometimes people are wild. Apparently the police department is covering up things too. Jesus. That not the police corruption with Legos. That's wild. Um, but that's true of any content creator who has a big following, not just true crime creators. Yeah, I agree completely. I can't imagine somebody doing that to a horse. They're just beautiful, gentle creatures and helpless. It's extremely disturbing. It is. There was a girl at the boarding school I went to. It was an equestrian boarding school. It was beautiful and wonderful. I got expelled. However, they got expelled like a year later for like stabbing the horses with like push pins. She's disgusting. Definitely worth a watch, even if you don't care to cover it. The Lego theft is a wild watch. Yeah, I'll watch that today, and then maybe I'll make a video about it because that sounds wild. Um, will you cover the Michaela slash car case? What is that? Oh, Michaela Shervilla. There, that was one of the suggestions in here, and I do want to cover it not as a whole because most people already know about it, but the aspect of like the gibberish that her and her mom speak. It, it is wild. So I really want to get into that and like the parenting of it all and like the people saying that they like knew her in prison and all that. So I definitely will be doing a video on that. Terrified of horses, but I would never hurt one. Well, yeah, girl, I hope not. I know you wouldn't, Annabug. I know. Several lawsuits as well. It's been blowing up. Jesus. Bricks and minifigs is recovered in Utah. The guy is having to sue them, and the Utah police is harassing him at every turn, potentially because of the Mormonism of it all. Sounds definitely like I need to cover that. Oh, did I call? Uh, yeah, sorry. Did I call Mackenzie Shirella, Michaela Shirella? Sorry. Lord, promise I won't get that wrong. Horses are so healing. Yeah, horses they're so smart. Basically big dogs, just like pigs. Mormons are using Scientology tactics. It's scary how easy religions take control and get, yeah. Do you cover, I have covered a good amount of like Mormonism and stuff. Mormonism is a cult. And obviously anything can be a cult. It just depends on how you practice it. But like in its roots, it's a cult. My next sister has a podcast to get out his side. She's amazing. You should talk to her as well. Thank you, Jen. I really appreciate that. I had no idea. Okay. Okay. Where is the one about? Please tell me. Please tell me why this person. But Cece, love you and all you do. Love that. Very sweet. Please deep dive on Mackenzie Shirilla. Psycho and ass. She underlined ass 3 times. Love you, girl. Okay, so it was called a diet cult. Did the audio just cut out? Reckless Ben is a YouTuber helping the guy with the Legos. He previously did stuff around Amy Manor and is not being sued by the co-owner and fled. Oh, it's Mackenzie? I thought it was Michaela. It's Mackenzie. Thanks, Hannah. Straight to the point. I like it. Same. Okay. All right. So Mackenzie, it was the parents gibberish, and then Dom's sister has a pod. Perfect. Okay. All right. Marky has 2 videos to explain. Of course he does. That is wild. Lord. They definitely she won't get parole if the parents keep talking. And you know they're going to keep talking. The mom's final thoughts at trial were insane. Yeah, she's a complete loser. It's a cult that's lower on the isolation end of the bite model. That's the only difference. They had a history of plenty water with the US until Utah became a state. That is very good. I hope they keep talking. I know it's quite fascinating when it's like, why don't you just shut up? Okay, so then y'all were saying the with the Lego situation. Lego. Bricks and minifigs. Accusing another of theft. Are there any wrongful conviction booths at CrimeCon? Um, unfortunately, I didn't get to, like, walk around a whole lot, this year, but I vaguely remember one last year. But I mean, there's a lot of, like, stuff like that. Yeah, I'm sure there probably is. I'm sorry, I just can't, like, 100% verify that. Love this, gonna watch your stream while I work remote today, like what I normally do, but live. Thank you, Caitlin. Can't shut up because they think she's innocent. Yeah, wild. Sometimes, seems to be pro prosecution. I mean, I like to think that it's pro truth, you know? Like, that's like whenever there's like an ongoing situation, like Elizabeth Teckenbrock versus her ex-husband. And people will be like, "Oh, whose side are you on?" And it's like, I'm on the side of the truth. I'm not on his side or her side. Like, I am not. Um, but I am going to the YouTube Shorts pay well. YouTube just started showing me shorts from you. I was wondering, cause then I can just play some when I'm puttering around the apartment. I mean, I'll let you know what I haven't like gotten too much into shorts the last anything. Let me see analytics. I think I can check on that. Let me see. I'm doing a live stream right now, but I'm gonna pick him up, I believe, after 1 PM. Okay, thank you. Um, they were old. You were blonde in one. Oh, we were still a potato in another. I love that. Thank you, babe. Hey, the lady did a really good job cleaning. I know she did like a really, really, really good job though. Great videos on the. Yeah, Annie did an amazing. She posted and she's like, I'm spiraling about this. She has had amazing coverage and shown so many things about the Mackenzie Sharilla information. And she's been showing things like in full and like not clipping it, which is awesome. Of course, it makes the videos like an hour and a half long, but it's so worth it for you to actually see like in its entirety. It's amazing. And he was on Lawyer. You made it. She needs to go to sleep. she, Annie needs to take a nap. Um, Oh, okay, I assume that it was a pre-recorded video that they did. Cool. Yeah, I will. Thank you. Yeah, yeah. Thank you, babe. Um, yes, so, uh, Rosie's right. Especially when you have your shorts, because on YouTube Shorts, you can have it linked to, like, the full video, so it's really good for that. Phone calls from prison are wild, and the mother of Mackenzie for just yeah, I completely agree. Yeah, I need Annie to, like, go home and take a nap, because she is not feeling good. Okay, let's see. I don't even think all of my shorts are monetized, honestly. How viewers engage, viewer retention on my shorts are pretty good. It's nice. 75% stayed to watch. Love that. Okay, no, I guess I gotta go to revenue, shorts, feed ads. Mm, Okay, and that says last 28 days. All right, so I guess we'll go to just do all of 2026. I also don't really post shorts at all. I I have made $13.94 on shorts. Again, I don't post them much, but when I do, I mean, they do okay, but I need to, like, actually post them. Um, yeah, I just it's hard with long form content too because and, like, with commentary because like, there's no nuance with short form content, you know? So that's really hard. Um, I've been looking into freelancing, creating shorts and long form content for creators. I love that. That's amazing. Yeah, I mean, it's a great it's a great thing to do, especially for commentary content. So if you're Amanda, if you one thing I would suggest to do is get, like, especially for podcasters, and go into their long form content and, um, splice up, like, one of their episodes and send it over to them and be like, "Hey, this would perform really well. Here's, this clip. It's already captioned for you, like, it's already cut, and then, I, fix the format, blah, blah," and literally just I know that's you working for free, but that's a great way to show, like, what you can actually do for them, and then they're like, "Absolutely, let's go," and then sending over, like, your rates and stuff. It really just depends. I'd say, like, for, like, what, 5 clips a week or 4 clips a week? I don't even know. I maybe, like, 1,000 a month? Yeah, it just depends on, like, how often they do that. Ooh, Hannah just texted me back. That's insane. Hi, Nicole. I was shocked to learn from Dom's sister that Mackenzie's parents hid the fact that she was never in a coma. They acted like she was on the edge of life and death for at least 3 days. That's awful. She had her seatbelt on and the boys didn't. Yeah. I've heard Facebook is really good for paying creators. Yes, yeah, Meta is very, that's, other than YouTube, it's one of the best monetization platforms, especially for like commentary and like reactionary content. It's really, really good. Tease but don't reveal. Yeah, that's really good too. I like that. So that made me wonder about YouTube Shorts sticking with your videos then. Well, thank you. Yeah, long form content on YouTube pays the best. I mean, for me at least, and for everyone else is that's from what I've heard. Um, Sorry, I missed some of y'all's things. into freelancing, creating okay. I know it was disgusting. Tom's mother kept trying to call and check the whole family. Then the dates show she was posting on Instagram and answering for a modeling job. Also, her friends seem like such delusional weirdos. Ooh, maybe I can see if I can interview one of them. I'm sure that would be awful. I'm one of the two male fans you mentioned once before. Did you hear about Hassan Piker got his UK visa travel revoked? Also, the US government going after him. You can dislike the dude, but realize we are going down a very scary fascist pipeline. Yes. I didn't hear about that, but I heard about it from you. That's crazy. And I hope he is okay and safe. So her slipper being on the gas pedal is why she was arrested. Sorry, I know very little about the case. You should go watch The Crash on Netflix. Please. Please, please, please. Oh my God, that person that messaged Hannah is disgusting. I love that Hannah was like, I have a nanny, news to me. What? So this is the part of the email that y'all were just telling me about, that said, I was offended by her hair on the Netflix thumbnail. I haven't Mackenzie an only child. It seems like it. Okay, so I believe your response to my last email was excruciatingly painful, hurtful, egotistical, and unnecessarily mean. I can say whatever the hell I want to anyone. Jesus, as that is how I choose to live my life. I approach you with the same grace and kindness that you portray in your videos. What? Which I am now beginning to suspect is a fucking fake facade. That's not true. Hannah Alonso is one of the sweetest humans in the world. You are the one that decided to post your own personal news about having a miscarriage to the fucking public. It is unwise and unsafe, not to mention irresponsible, as you cannot control public behavior and opinion. Hate this part. And as CCSUAREZ says, if you can't handle the response, then get off the fucking internet. Hey, I'm pretty sure I've never said that. Pretty sure I've never said that. Lord, telling me that there is something wrong with me after my extending a heartfelt correspondence is wildly irrational, immature, and quite frankly, not the behavior I was expecting from such a logical and wise commentator. You are not choosing the higher ground. You are choosing to get high off your own supply. It's going to take everything in me to not email this person and be like, keep my name out of your mouth when you are disrespecting one of my very good friends. That's awful. Holy shit. What's going on with Hannah? Unfortunately, Hannah and her husband had a miscarriage at around 21 weeks, I believe, or 22. Very sad, obviously. And she shared that news, of course. I mean, she had already announced that she was pregnant and was very, very excited and all that. And shared that. And someone emailed her like something fucking crazy and was like basically so the beginning of one of these emails is, it also sounds like we have an extremely different extremely different definitions of what insensitivity really fucking means. Women of color experience miscarriages every fucking day with zero support, no family, no husband, no big ass house. Hannah doesn't live in a big ass house. No family, husband, big ass house. The list goes on and on. It sounds like you are not used to hearing what you want, not used to hearing what you want to hear and lash out when someone else expresses that. My email is not a personal attack on you. You are extremely privileged and lucky to be able to be a military spouse, have a healthy daughter, sit on your ass, and make YouTube videos all day long with a nanny to watch your child for you. She doesn't have a nanny. She doesn't. Get your head out of your flat ass. Hannah actually has a real good rumpus, if you will. From years of being an athlete, a college athlete, if you will. You are not the only person in the world to experience loss and grief. Hey, bitch, this isn't about you. Like, what? This is crazy. Why in the hell would someone do anything like that at all? Yeah, exactly. It's fucking crazy. Hannah Alonso is very sweet YouTuber that covers MLMs and scammy content as well. Yeah. Hannah is amazing and we love her so much. And I love her content and that's my girl. That is my absolute girl. I love that. You can judge yourself by the quality of your enemies. The shittier they are, the better you're doing. That's amazing. I love that. I'm actually going to, oop, gonna screenshot that. I forgot that part of my keyboard doesn't work. She's how I found your channel. I love that. Yeah, damn it, I did that wrong. Been supporting Hannah for a long ass time. This enrages me while I drive. Well, Laura, stop commenting and focus on the road, ma'am. And be safe. My mom had multiple miscarriages after 20 weeks, lost 6 kids. The pain doesn't fully go away. Yeah, my mom had 5 miscarriages, and then I had, not that it's a competition, I had 6. My mom's were always further along than mine was. I never made it past 7 weeks and 2 days, so all of mine were earlier, but still hurts, still very painful for anyone, no matter how many you've had. Hannah's how I found your channel. Y'all are so sweet. Thank you. A person is horrible. Kind of hope Hannah just stops engaging with that person. Truly the sweet to my sour. Said appreciate you. They are super delusional and unhinged, like padded room material. And she already knows this, but I'm just letting her know that I love her so much and that she's the sweetest and amazing and wonderful and all that. Yes, her voice is very soothing. I've been driving to the car appointment now. Okay, good. Yeah, Hannah has worked her ass off. Yeah, Hannah's amazing and so professional and so sweet. Um, um, Jesus. All right, y'all. I gotta go potty and unpack and get a bunch of emails and stuff done and organize myself for this upcoming month because I have a lot of shit I gotta do. All right. I will see y'all later. I really appreciate you. Um, congrats. Your life is horrible. Can we move on? Yeah. Means really shitty humans. Leave Hannah alone. Absolutely. Yeah. Hannah's the best. She's so sweet. It's very, very much so a low maintenance, good friend of mine, which I love. Put your videos and Hannah's videos on my TV. Yeah. Watch out for the MLM lip smacking. Cannot with y'all. That's actually one thing I need to cover as well. I have like a whole thing of videos I need to go through. I remember organization, then children happen, girl. All right. Yeah, I will talk to y'all later. Like I said, I need to organize a bunch of shit from this past weekend and be able to um, do a bunch of emails to survivors and advocates and people that I need to interview and other like networking and stuff. But yeah, thanks for hanging. I really appreciate it. I'm going to leave this one live for probably a while because I need to make sure that I like have the update up for the lawsuit. All right. So yeah, I will talk to y'all later. Goodbye.